Hey team, I want to get this message out to you. I know we have a lot of new distributors that are coming on board, and this can be for the new distributor as well as the leader that is leading the new distributor. You know, it's important to remember that you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. And so it's so important to really lock arms with your sponsor in the very beginning stages of the business. And so what I hear so very often is I get texts or I get phone calls or leaders get phone calls and they say, you know what, I'm getting a lot of no's and I just feel like I'm running out of options. So if you are one of those individuals and you have gotten a lot of no's, that's where I say time out. Because if you've gotten a lot of no's and you haven't put your sponsor on the phone or you haven't called your sponsor with that first no, that's where I really kind of want to start and stop. Because this business is, again, for yourself, not by yourself. So what does that mean? Every time you get a no, I want you to debrief with your leader. And so what does that mean? It means calling them up and letting them know when you get a no, what the objection was, what you said, and what they said in return. Because this is the deal. You may or may not have promoted or prompt that no by what you said in your word choices. And if you do it in the very beginning stages of right when it happened, you know exactly what you said and you know exactly what their response was. So calling your sponsor and saying, hey, listen, this is what said. Do I need to tweak my story a little bit? And you know what? If you do, you can tweak it then, and you don't have to, and then you go to the next person with a refined skill. What we don't want you to do is go out there and say the same thing to a whole bunch of people, and you've exhausted your warm market list without you taking the time to refine the process. So debriefing is an important concept in Advocare, or it's just an important concept in general that can really help you learn this business, refine those skills, go out and do it for another person if you get a no. Again, refining those skills. And so this is what you might find is that you're not saying anything wrong, but that you're not talking to the right person. Because remember, in this business, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And this is what is also encouraging. If you get your leader on the phone and you have a no, they can encourage you. They can make you feel better. And just getting it and talking with somebody doesn't make you internalize it. You get it off your chest. You can move forward to the next one. Because if you get no after no after no, and you're not communicating that with your sponsor, what you're doing is you're setting yourself up to quit. Because you'll say, you know what, it's just not cut out for me. And this is what we know. Advocare is cut out for anybody that is willing to never quit. Because if you never quit, you will have success. But it's important for you to refine your skill set. And you cannot refine your skill set unless you have someone to bounce that off with each other. You know, I love to make of it as an analogy. You know, you went to school if you go to school to be a doctor, well, you go to school for so many years. If you want to become a doctor and go to school, you have to go to school. You can't just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I want to be a brain surgeon, and then go and be able to practice surgery or be able to practice medicine. No, you have to go through class after class, and you have to learn, and you have to grow as an individual and as a doctor. Same principle applies with Advocare. Don't set yourself up for failure without going and understanding that you have to go through a refinement process. And your story will get better and better the more times you tell it, as long as you're debriefing it with your sponsor. So I hope that you take encouragement. If you're the leader, I want you to just encourage your team to debrief every single no. If you're a new person and you get a no, call your sponsor and say, hey, let's go over this. Debriefing is an important concept that can be the key to your success. Take care and go debrief.